Okay, friends, today we're going to talk about the ISBN. You may have heard me talk in another lesson, and I think there was maybe a couple posts on this as well about when you need an ISBN or if you need one. But I want to break down kind of the whole picture, and now is a good time to do this. If you are self-publishing, you are going to need to handle this for yourself. We'll talk about when other platforms may take care of this for you, but typically this is your responsibility. Now, what is an ISBN? It is essentially the identifier, the unique identifier for your book. It stands for International Standard Book Number, and right now it's a 13-digit code. It used to be 10, but that's old news. And it's truly unique. Even new editions of your book get a new ISBN. And let me show you where it is. Can you see this? It's right there above the barcode. You might not be able to see that. Anyway, that's where you're going to find it on a hard copy book, right above the barcode, which, by the way, is another unique identifier. We'll go over some of that as well. But the ISBN is something that most authors will get if they are looking to publish a hard copy book. Okay, we're going to talk more about that, but it serves a purpose, and it doesn't serve the same purpose for every book or every author. So before we get any further, how you get an ISBN? Well, you need, in the US, maybe $125 or so, and you go to the site. It's myidentifiers.com, and it's run by Bowker. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's Bowker, Bowker. I don't know why I always want to really, really drive home that W. That's really kind of the official site for these ISBNs, but you can get them other ways, and I'll talk about that. You don't need to select yours. It's just automatically generated. You make a couple clicks and you give them your money, and then you have an ISBN. Now, there are places to get them outside of Bowker. For example, when you want to use Amazon, they don't always require that you have an ISBN, and they will offer you an AISN, an Amazon identification number. You can use that, but you cannot utilize that AISN outside of Amazon. So the ISBN is yours. It attaches to that version of your book, and it allows you to distribute your book in multiple places. It follows you there. Again, some places like Ingram or BookBaby, they may give you a discount on the ISBN, but make sure you read the fine print. Are you getting a true ISBN, or are you getting like a Amazon number, right? Whatever option they're giving you, you have to double check, because what you don't want is to spend money on a unique identifier that you can only use in one place. We're going to talk more about that. So pay attention to where you're getting it. If it's not from Bowker, double check that you are able to take it with you in case later you want to get your book in bookstores or something, right? That's kind of the warning, the red flag here, okay? Now the question is, do you need an ISBN number? And if you're self-publishing, you don't. That's the answer, you don't. But you must have one if you want to publish your book in a paperback or hardcover, or even an audiobook needs an ISBN. An ebook does not. You can choose to get an ISBN for your ebook, but it does not require it. There is kind of some heated debate going on about that in the publishing industry. So keep your eye open for changes on that. But as of right now, my understanding is that you do not need an ISBN for an ebook, but you can choose to have one. If you do choose to have one, and you are going ebook and hard copy, I believe you need separate ISBNs. So keep that in mind. Now, authors are not required to get an ISBN if you only want to sell your book in ebook form, or you only want to go through Amazon, right? They give you their own number. If you're just like, I don't want to take this anywhere else, go ahead, skip this part of the video or listen, but don't buy an ISBN. It's an option at that point, but you don't have to. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's a one-time fee, and you don't have to renew this every year or anything like that. So if you have it in your budget and this is something you want to get for your book because you want options, it's usually a smarter choice. You also can utilize your ISBN to, for registration purposes, to get your book registered, and, for copyright reasons. So that's another key, if you will, or another element to this whole debate, this whole topic, I should say. So ISBNs may not be the best option for you if you really only are looking at Amazon or just an ebook, but a couple things to note. You're not going to hurt your sales if you don't have an ISBN. You're not going to get rejected by the public or anything. It just doesn't allow you to take your book to other places, to some vendors. Some may be fine with that. They may be okay if you come to them without an ISBN. They may give you their own number or whatever, but you're going to have to double check that. So if you don't have any issue with that, then you don't need to spend the money. It just won't affect your sales, or it won't affect your rankings. So don't stress about that at all. But if you do want to have your book able to, be sold in multiple places, get your own ISBN. Don't get it from one of the publishing platforms like Amazon, because that keeps the control in your pocket, if you will. So there's a chance for one book that you may need more than one ISBN. For example, if you want to do a hard copy and ebook and you want to get an ISBN for both, you're going to need to do both, right? So look for the deals. Bowker, I think, offers like 1 for $125 or 3 for $295 or something like that. So just double check that. If you are in another country, I know there are different locations that will sell you an ISBN. Like, for example, I have a client in Canada who needed some help finding the ISBN provider. I think you can just Google it, ISBN, and then your country, and you'll find a place that can point you in the right direction there. I don't know them all off the top of my head, but just note I'm kind of focusing more on the US for the purposes of this video. So, as I said earlier, the ISBN is not the same as the barcode. Your book can have an ISBN and a barcode. You need a barcode if you are selling hard copy. You don't need a barcode. I don't believe. I just had a little maybe you do. No, I don't think you need a barcode for ebook. There's just no scanning in ebook, so there's no need for a barcode. And you most likely won't have any issues if you get your own ISBN and want to take your book to multiple places, even in years later. If you have your own ISBN, you still retain the freedom of doing that. So that's my little spiel on ISBNs. They're not the trickiest thing, but they're not the most clear, I guess. It's not the easiest thing to navigate to understand whether or not you need one. But I would say if you have the money in your budget, get an ISBN for your book if you're not just doing ebook. If you're just doing ebook on Amazon, don't worry about it. Use the Amazon number. It's absolutely fine. But if you are hoping to take your book elsewhere, get an ISBN. Get one for each version if you're doing ebook and hard copy, and you should be set. All right. Let me know what questions you have on this. It's fairly straightforward once you kind of know what you want to do with your book. But if you don't know yet, that's the first step. Now, let's talk about when you need an ISBN. You don't need one until you are kind of ready to start publishing. You can buy one at any time. Let's say you know you might have a couple more books in you, or you're working on a series or whatever it is. Maybe you are writing memoir, but you're also writing fiction, and you know this might not be your first or last book. You could buy a pack of ISBNs, 3 or 5 pack or whatever it is, for a discount. They never expire. So even if it takes you years to find, to write your next book, or if it takes you years to finish this current book, that happens, right? That's okay. They never expire. So they're yours to keep forever. And you can just utilize them as you need them. If you never use an ISBN, there's no penalty or anything like that. But you will need to purchase your ISBN before you finalize your cover design if you are doing a hard copy book, because you have to have the number to put on the document or on the cover. You also should put it in the interior of your book. So when your book designer or your layout designer, or if you're doing it, gets ready to do that, you're going to need the ISBN. That's something easy you can add later, but you can't add it once it's already like printed, right? So you need to do this before you upload your final files. But you don't need to necessarily do it any earlier. You don't need to do it, I don't think you can do it afterwards. That's actually a good question. I should look into that. If you can buy an ISBN for a published book, I don't know, actually. I've never had anyone ask me that. I'm having a little light bulb here. So besides that question, let me know if you have any others, and we will move on from this discussion. I will see you in the next video to talk about something other than an ISBN. All right?